race fans, are you ready? It is time. Moxie Media Promotions coming to you live on Spreaker Radio from the IMCA Total Car Care Studio. It is West Coast Wide Open coming at you right now. All right, it is time. West Coast Wide Open from the Moxie Media Promotions Studio. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. I want to get right into it. Not everybody here in the studio yet. We do have some people, one person, Nina Bobina, will be a little late to the studio. But in the studio tonight, I've got myself, Mr. Ed Waldrop, Gary Grip, Dave Stahl, and my beautiful wife, Sandy, will be joining us on the show tonight. We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, everybody in the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast knows what's going on. It's the West Coast Wild West Shootout Series, and all kinds of cool stuff going on. We're going to talk about a lot of that.
Yep.
And, man, damn. I want to get into it. We've got 5 nights of racing to cover, plus a little bit of a discussion that we've had on the show before. Listeners are going to know. They've heard it before. But it's always a great discussion when something like this comes up because there's 2 sides of the story, and we're going to get into it later in the show. But it's going to be an interesting one, as it is the few times that we've had it. Okay, we've got a different crew this year. We're going to have different opinions. We're going to have different points of view, as it is at any show with fans, flagmen. Drivers, crew members, all that stuff. There's always, it depends on where you are. It depends on how you interpret things. And we're going to talk about it later. I don't want to get into that yet, but we're going to talk about it. First and foremost, like we always do on the show, I want to talk about everybody's week from Sunday morning when we arrived, early or late, depending on how you want to look at that. I want to start.
Early.
It is early. I want to start with you, Ed. Ed, tell me about your week. What's going on, bud?
Well, we did get home earlier.
Yeah,
I think I made it home at 4. But jumped in and got a couple hours sleep, jumped up, went to work, finished my my shed buildings in the back, got those moved around, and worked all day Sunday, worked all day Monday, and worked 3/4 of a day yesterday, and finally got all my honeydews. Well, no, I don't ever get finished my honeydews.
That's a never-ending list for all of us.
But I got most of my honeydews done, and it's been a really quick week. I mean, heck, it's Wednesday already. Oh, and just so everybody knows, I just got notification here that our new video is up.
It is up on Moxie Media Promotions. That's our highlight reel from Southern Oregon Speedway, the night number 2 of the Wild West Modified Shootout Series. Great job. Ed and I sat here and did some work on that deal. It took about 2.5 hours, truly, to get this thing done.
Just to get it edited.
And then another, the posting, obviously, because it's a big file, takes a while. But, yeah, you guys go on Moxie Media Promotions, check it out, listen to us while you watch that. Chat line is open. We had a lot to talk about. Gary, tell me about your week, man. I know Gary just drove in, just got in here moments ago from Grants Pass. Okay, again, Gary is in the pool industry up and down the West Coast, all over America at times during the year, but you look a little beat up, man. Talk to me.
It's already been a long week.
It has been.
It should be Friday. It feels like Monday.
Yes.
I can't believe it's already Wednesday.
I know it, but it has been a long 4 days.
Yeah. No, got a few hours of sleep on Sunday. Got up and boy, I can't remember. It's Wednesday now. I'm here.
It's Fog City, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep. Dave's over here. Look at Dave. Look at him. Does he not look like he's ready to go to a fight? I mean, he's sitting over just like, are you okay, bud?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You look great to me. I don't know what he's talking about.
I look great. Your wife said that.
Well.
Okay, what do you want?
That's funny. That's what he says.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody should know. I watched Corey when he first starts announcing. There's an excitement in his face. He's like a little kid. He's just over there just grinning, and he just starts talking, and I have no idea where all the words come from, but He's just
Makes
on
two
a
of
roll.
us.
He is on a roll. But, yeah, we had it. We got home a little bit earlier, but my day was a little bit messed up Sunday morning. I get over to Lebanon, and I go to the American Legion, and I crashed out in my car for an hour, set my alarm. I get up. I make breakfast for 150 people. I'm doing the sausage and bacon and hash browns, so I do that until about noon, and then I come back over here at Corey's, and everybody thought I'd take a nap, but no, I grabbed the pressure washer and I washed the outside of his house while I'm here.
Actually, we took off.
So-
We actually took off. Dave's here, and we come back. He had pressure washed the whole front of the house, the side of it. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? He was like, well, I just got bored and I didn't want to sleep.
Yeah, I don't
Pressure
like
wash the house.
sleeping. I
Hey,
don't
guys.
like naps. So I waited till about 11 o'clock at night, went to sleep. Then I slept real good, and it's been an easy day, easy week at work. I'm getting ready for next week. I've got a lot of students, going to be a full house. And just everybody let you know, for the July 4th weekend, I'm going to bring a surprise with me down to the track.
Uh-oh.
And, I'm not really going to say what it is about, but I think the fans will enjoy it. If you don't, well, I guess you can watch your Facebook while I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
Right,
So-
right, yeah.
Okay, on to Sandy.
I don't have to ask how your week is. I already know, but
Well, yeah.
Your
since,
fans
you
out
know,
there.
We live here, but it's just been another week, really good, really busy, and I cannot believe it is Wednesday already. So it's going by
see,
fast.
everybody has said it's gone by. It has not been a fast week for me.
I think we've been working harder than he has. That must be it.
Is that what it is?
Do you look at the look on his face? He doesn't even know what to say.
So what'd you get accomplished this week,
Wow.
Corey? What'd you get accomplished?
I'll tell you what. We live on 7.5 acres. There is always something to do. Take a look outside. We just got hit by a major thunderstorm that rolled through here. 60-mile-an-hour winds, hail. Look at that out in front of the house. We've got branches down. This whole place was spotless when you guys pulled up.
Yeah, when I pulled up, I was chasing the storm towards this way, thinking I was driving towards the eye of the storm.
It was nuts.
I pulled in. The driveway's crisp. I mean, there was not a speck of anything
No.
out there. 15 minutes later,
It looks like a bomb went
It
off
does.
outside. It
So-
seriously does.
I didn't mean to interrupt you about your week. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's fine. Actually, I'll tell you a little bit about Corey's week. This morning, he came in completely bloodied and bruised from being attacked by massive blackberry bushes. So I'm just kidding when I say we worked harder than he did. It was a complete joke. But it was just a real busy, nice week.
It's been very busy. It has those blackberry bushes talking about. You guys have seen them that run along the creek
Oh, yeah.
out there in the front. I mean, these
Look at
things
his
are
arms.
8-10 feet high. And I'm out there, yeah, I'm not kidding you, with 24-inch, 24, 26-inch hedge trimmers knocking these things down. And I got about, I did about 100 yards worth today and decided, we're just going to get the tractor and brush hog out and do this the right way.
He had them coming out of his ears.
Oh, my-
Literally, he's got blood he had blood in his ears from.
Here's a secret. Wear
being
long
poked.
sleeves.
Well, at least he wore long pants.
I
'cause he's
wore
done
long
it in
pants,
shorts
but
before.
I am not wearing long sleeves. It was way too hot out there.
It was a good week, though, Corey.
It's
Thanks
been
for
a good
asking.
week. It's been a good week, indeed. Lots going on. Now, the week that was, or the week that is in progress, that I believe, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I don't know this for sure, but assuming what we just saw on video moments ago, I'm going to believe that the night has ended early at sunset for the Speed Week, Modified Speed Week here in the Pacific Northwest. That is not confirmed. That is an assumption, and I hope that I'm not out of line saying that. The video, Gary.
it looked like a standing lake out there.
I'm going to guess that night was probably done over there. I want to get into the show. I want to get into talking about the Modified Speed Week here in the Pacific Northwest. It's a big week every year here for the Modified Division. We get cars from Oregon, Washington, California. We had them from North Dakota, Canada. I believe there was a Nevada driver at Southern Oregon. And these guys are following this series. And it's kind of funny because you figure Speed Week, you're going to make that commitment. You're going to run all the shows. But you look at the car count per show, and it fluctuates so much. It's kind of like, well, what happened there? Who didn't show up? I mean, and we're gonna get into night number 1. We don't have a lot of information on night number 1, but we do know at Wairika, started up at Siskiyou Golden Speedway in Wairika. Nick Trenchard won his 3rd straight series race there. Okay, he has got that place figured out. We know how fast Trenchard is in that beautiful 54 in car. We've talked about him before on the show. His name isn't new. He's a very talented driver, and he is kind of the man to beat there at Siskiyou. The top 5, I thought, was very interesting on how they finished. Was that just in my earphones?
No, I heard it. It was just a buzz.
Okay. Who's got something going?
I don't know.
It's totally okay. I apologize if you guys are hearing that out there. Top 5 was Danny Lauer, for second. Danny Lauer finished second. Sorry, technical difficulty. We got that figured out now. Obviously, Trenchard with the win. 3rd straight year he's won that deal at Wairika. Second went to Danny Lauer out of the Bakersfield area. The 77S car finished 3rd. Matthew Dreger was 4th. And Jesse Williamson, the all-time winningest driver. Are they prepping the track at Sunset?
Well, it looks like it's prepped. It's not packed, but Travis just posted this.
Travis Peary? Yes. Well, hopefully they get that show in. Let's hope they get it in.
The big water truck from above.
Yeah, unloaded.
The track.
Unloaded.
Hopefully that's it, and they can pack it and go.
Yeah, let's hope they get that show in. A lot of guys are traveling a long ways to run this deal, and you hate to see something like that happen. So Trenchard wins. Lauer was second. 77S was third. Matthew Dreger fourth, and Jesse Williamson rounded out the top 5. Okay, that was your top 5 of night number 1. Let's go to night number 2. Obviously, a little more detail on this one. We were there. We saw it. We've got video. We've got the video up. We had cameras mounted on Kellen Chadwick and Nick Trenchard.
Yep. And we got some really good off of the front video or the rear video. And for some reason, our camera malfunctioned and took 14 gazillion JPEGs.
Well, unfortunately, it takes those buttons are sensitive. Okay, well, we got some really cool photographs from inside the cockpit of Kellen Chadwick. Okay, we got some phenomenal video out the back.
Yep.
Okay, we know how fast these guys are. We know how fast Trenchard is. We know how fast Chadwick is. We're walking through the pit area, and Gary and I are talking. He says, "Who do you want to mount up on?" And I said, "You know what? Chadwick's here. Let's jump on him. He's one of the guys that he's gonna be in the pack of fast cars." Okay, and with Trenchard winning the night before, and as good as Nick is at Southern Oregon Speedway, and pretty much anywhere he unloads, we thought, well, let's jump on him too. Okay, got some awesome video from both cars. Got some great photographs too.
Yeah.
But we'll get some of those posted. We're gonna do something neat with some of that stuff. Ed and I talked during the editing process. We had. I'll tell you what, that race was exciting. I mean, we all agree to that. I mean, it came down to crunch time. And just when you thought one guy had total domination of the entire place,
he run into lap traffic.
Lap traffic became a factor, and it was a big-time factor because it cost him the win.
You know, as we was editing that, we was watching it, you know, and he was going down the backstretch. And I told Corey, I said, look, they're 3 wide in front of him. That is not what he wants to see. And it ended up being
it was the one thing that changed the whole deal.
Yeah.
Okay, now, and that's not to take a credit away from the driver that won. We're not trying to do that.
No.
But it changed the game. And that's what I love about drivers having to get through traffic. Okay? IMCA's got the format. There's nothing that you can even be talking about that. But I like watching guys come through traffic because it changes things. Okay? When you watch one guy dominate lap after lap after lap, and you got to hope they get into lap traffic to change. Okay, that was best case scenario with that format as far as how IMCA starts. Okay, we got it. Luckily enough, we got that because it was exciting. Kellen Chadwick dominated that race from the get-go. He got to the front and at times had a straightaway advantage over the second-place cars that were 3 wide, battling for second behind him, with lap traffic 3 wide ahead of him. I mean, He was kind of in one of those spots.
But we also had that one